Steve Sanson. I run a group called Veterans in Politics International. Any Marines in here? No. You know, we only need one Marine. That's all we need. We only need one Marine. So I run this group called Veterans in Politics International, and what we do is we go after public corruption. We educate the public on candidates running for elected seats, and we champion legislation for veterans' rights. So that's what we do. But before I do that, before I go into my spiel, I have a joke. Okay? I have a fighter pilot joke. Okay? So the son says to Dad, "I want to be a fighter pilot when I grow up." Dad says to the son, "You can't do both, son." So anyways,
That's not a joke.
that's real, right? So anyways, the closest I've been to a fighter pilot, I was a helicopter gunner during the first Gulf War. So does that count? Do I fit in? Do I get a membership or what? Huh? Say that again, General?
Anybody that knows what an airplane looks like can join it.
Are fighter pilots going to be obsolete, or are they going to get replaced by drones? Is that what's going to happen? No?
Not for a while.
My grandson tried to join the Air Force because he wants to be a pilot, and he had to join the Marine Corps because they don't train anybody they train them to fly drones, not to fly the Air Force.
Yeah. So are you guys going to be replaced by drones? That's what I want to know. No?
Never happened.
Trying to.
We'll keep this administration in.
Okay. But check this out. So I've been vetting candidates in this state since 1998. So I kind of know what I'm talking about when I look at candidates. And when I look at candidates, they gotta really grab me, because we're trying to represent our country, especially in the United States Senate, right? And the United States Senate is a very powerful position. Does anybody know what the United States Senate does?
Nothing.
Maybe the ones that we elected, maybe they don't do anything. But I'm telling you, this seat is very powerful. And I take vetting candidates extremely seriously, because I look at my two grandbabies and I'm like, wow, what kind of world am I going to leave them? And yes, I am a grandfather.
Wow.
I'm a grandfather. 2 times. So I want to see what type of world I'm going to leave my grandkids when I go. And I realized that we just got to stay involved. We got to stay involved in our country. And you guys been fighter pilots, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? We have to stay involved. This country is the greatest country in the world. And the only reason why we go and we do what we do is because we believe that this country is the greatest country in the world. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So if this country is the greatest country in the world, in our last breath, we still got to go and defend it. Now, we can't jump into our planes and go fly over somewhere and bomb the place, right? Because those days are gone for us, right? So what we got to do now, we got to be involved in politics. And we got to make sure that who we put in office is going to serve us best, because they're supposed to serve we the people. They're not supposed to be self-servant, correct?
Supposed to.
Correct? Because they're public servants, am I right? Okay. So this candidate that I'm going to introduce really wowed me, okay? This candidate is sophisticated, smart, intelligent, and sometimes some people underestimate her, and that's one of her greatest qualities as well. Because look at her. But she's a spitfire, let me tell you. She knows what's going on, she knows current events, and you know what? I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to let her tell you herself.
My name is Stephanie Phillips, and I am running